was told the average girl begins to plan her wedding at the age of 7. She picks the colors in the cake first. By 10, she knows time and location. By 17, she already chosen a gown, 2 bridesmaids, and a maid of honor. By 23, she's waiting for a man who won't break out in hives when he hears the word commitment. Someone who doesn't smell like a Band-Aid drenched and lonely. Someone who isn't a temporary solution to an empty side of a bed. Someone who'll hold his hand like it's the only one they've ever seen. To be honest, I don't know what kind of gown I'll be wearing. I have no clue what my wedding will look like. Life is funny sometimes. It can push pretty hard. For instance, we were born to be the type of people to pour out all our love into others, no matter if they give it back to us or not. But the truth about loving too hard is that it hurts. It hurts for someone to take your heart while having no interest in theirs being lifted up by yours. It's unfair because you can't help it. Helium is the debut poetry collection by Rudy Francisco. Helium is filled with work that is simultaneously personal and heartbreaking. Ultimately, Rudy rises above the chaos to offer a fresh and positive perspective of shared humanity and beauty. In Helium by Rudy Francisco. To the boy who works from Starbucks down the street from my house, swear to God I'm not a stalker. When I asked you for a chai latte, what I meant to say was, I walked past and I saw you in the window. To be honest, I only came in here because I had to know what your voice sounded like. And instead of saying that, I got really nervous and ordered the first thing on the menu. I don't even know what chai is. Or a latte for that matter. I spent the last 5 days trying to figure out how I'm going to introduce myself to you properly. I finally figured it out. It's going to be something like, hi. That's all I got so far. But I think it's a pretty good start. You see, it's not often that I find myself eager to write about love. I'm going to be honest, I'm not much of a love poet, but if I was, I'd write about how I see your face in every cloud, your reflection in every window. You see, I've written a million poems hoping somehow, maybe some way, that you'll jump out of the page and be closer to me. And I swear I'm not usually a love poet, but if I was to wake up tomorrow morning and decide that I was going to write about love, my first poem, it would be about you. And after that, he was like, well, how do you feel about me? And I said, put it like this. I want to be your ex-girlfriend's stuntman. I want to do everything she never had the courage to do. Like, trust you. You see, I've been trying to find the right words. I've been trying to take the right steps to what seems to me like thousands of years. But something always seems to go wrong between us. That's why sometimes when we hold hands, I hold on a little too tight. And I'm sorry. I just don't want to lose you again. My mom said that once you find the perfect man, you have to do everything to make sure that he stays next to you. One. If I could, I would nail these hands to the edges of stars, hoping I resurrect as someone spiteful enough to not care this much about you. 2. Staple me to a cross and pierce my side, and I bleed all the reasons why you deserve one more chance. 3. Loving you was the only thing I really felt good at. 4. You want to know how I got these scars? Well, I ripped every piece of you out of my smile. 5, I whispered to you stardust. 6, I spoke you into sunflower. 7, I was good to you. 8, you want to know how I got these scars? Well, I swallowed my pride and it clawed its way out of my mouth. 9, I realized I was never really your girlfriend. I was your hype man. 10, I hope your next girlfriend gets smallpox. 10, yes, I said smallpox. 10, I hate you. 10, but I still miss you. 10, I still love you. 10, and I still love you. 10, and I still love you. 10, it's hard for me to count when I get emotional. 10. When people ask me how I'm doing, I want to say my depression is an angry deity, a jealous God. I want to say that getting out of bed has become a magic trick and I'm probably the worst magician I know. I want to say this sadness is the only clean shirt I have left and my washing machine has been broken for months. But I'd rather not ruin someone's day with my tragic honesty. So I treat my face like a pumpkin. I carve it, I pretend it's Halloween, and I carve it into something acceptable. I smile and laugh and say, I'm doing all right. Thank you.